Crazy Crab in the house. Today we're playing nobody. Let's try again. Game aborted. That guy didn't want to play me. He's just scared. I understand. Okay, well at least we get to be white. So we're playing on J Nablok. J Nablok. J Nablok. I'm gonna go with the bishop's opening as usual, or I play knight f3 sometimes too, and occasionally some surprise moves. Okay, let's go ahead and bring the knight out and see if we can transpose into something a little more familiar. And yes, we are. So I got options now. I can castle, or I can go with a Evans Gambit. If I castle, I'm hoping the knight comes out and then we transpose into like a Max Lange. I kind of wanted to do the Max Lange today, but I always love doing the Evans Gambit. Let's see if we can transpose into a Max Lange. Why not? And we can. So that's what we're going to do. Assuming he takes. He may not. I think he should take, and he does. And now we attack the knight. So I very rarely, if ever, play that move order, but because usually I'll go with the Evans Gambit, but I just wanted to play a Max Lange. And right here, the best move is d5, but I very rarely see it at lower rated. And since I'm only 1249 on my Blitz account at chess.com, I really need to get that up. But because I'm so low, I'm playing at 1256, I highly doubt they're going to play d5. But he might. And if so, I take. More often they'll move the knight down here, and then I have a big attack. Also, sometimes knight will come down here. Rook will attack. Good things can happen. Over here's a weird looking move possible. Over here is suicide. Back home. Nobody wants to go back home. So this is a Max Lange Attack. Yes, he did the right move. I don't know if you just thought it through. Now we're going to put in this check. There's actually two ways to get out of it. The better move, the computer says rook f8, but nobody ever plays it. It's always bishop e6. If he plays rook, I was going to say. Now, there's a couple of possibilities here. You can just take this pawn, but also knight g5 leads to some big attacks. But I think the more sound move is just to take the pawn. And after the rook moves over, we'll go ahead and probably bring out the bishop. Yeah, so we'll bring out this bishop here to attack the queen. And if he tries to play f6, the rook is going to take here. So more than likely queen will move somewhere. So this is pretty much the position after the queen moves, say, to d6. I was going to say, usually I see queen come down here. I'm trying to remember what the next move is. Okay, he's typically going to take this pawn pretty soon. We need to get the other knight into the game. I'm trying to remember. Trying to remember what to do in this position, because I very rarely. Fear No Evil 12 is online. National Master. I played him. He beat me. Very good player. Does good videos and stuff. I was going to say, I very rarely get this far into the position. He's really playing very well. In fact, yeah. Okay, I believe we're going to bring our knight to d2, then try to come up to e4, and then come up to, yes, that's the idea. Yes, Simon Williams taught this line in a video right here on chess.com. If you go to videos, well, you may have to have a paid membership, but there is a way to watch it. He shows this line. What we're trying to do after he captures here is move the knight up to e4, trying to get up here, But normally the queen would be on d7, so this is way more obviously appealing with the queen on d7. Nevertheless, this is a new position for me. I've been in this position with the queen on d7, but never on d6. A little bit different. He's playing freaking extraordinary. So I assume that he's going to take here. Yes, that's exactly what he does. And now I assume I'm going to play knight from d2 into e4, trying to get up here. He may castle though as soon as I play that move, but obviously he's not because I'm attacking the queen. So actually, maybe this is not a good place for his queen. Okay, let's see what happens. My cat's in the room meowing. What do you want? So he's got to be careful where he puts the queen. Because if he goes back where d7, then beautifully I get to get up to f6 in a position that I've been in where I tried to get up to f6. They never really allow it. That would be just amazing. Obviously, it would be a fork and I'd win the queen, so he's not going to do that. But if he was to go all the way up to d8, I don't think he wants to do that either, because then he can't castle right away anyway. Maybe he comes here, then I just take. Okay, that was going to be my next place to look. And I still get to come up here, and I think this should be game freaking over. I think I have a huge advantage here. So he's playing very well though. So this check needs to come in, right? King can go where? If the king goes anywhere these dark squares, I have discovered attack, win the queen. So in other words, the king is going to definitely come to d7. No, he can't come to d7. Oh, this is freaking sayonara, dude. This is game over. This is game over. I'm going to win the queen. He can't come to d7. Yeah, I'm winning the queen. Next move. And he resigns. Okay, what an instructive game there. This bishop comes out here. I try to transpose. And yeah, an opportunity to play. I got to evaluate the game. I'm sorry. An opportunity to play the Evans Gambit. I decided to try to transpose into a, what's it called? Max Lange. And that's exactly what I did. And this went down, seriously down the main line. He was finding all the right moves. Except that queen move may be suspect. So let's find out. This is all normal. Yeah, queen right there. Yep, that wasn't the best move because it allows this knight to jump in here. And now I realized I was going to win the queen, and he did too. So first few moves here, once you get into the Max Lange attack, which is right here, that's normal. That's the proper move, which I rarely see unless I'm playing a high rated player. Take there, throw in this check. Always blocks with the bishop, even though I'm always prepared for king f8. I'm waiting for king f8, but it never happens. Take there, obviously the rook there, attack the queen. Queen usually d7. In this case, it goes to d6. Yes, big move. Yeah, best move was queen d7. So queen d6 is a mistake. Knight bd2. Rook g7 is a mistake because it's allowing my knight to come in here and attack the queen. Game's already over. No matter where the queen goes, this check is coming in, and the game is going to end because after the king moves, there's this discovered attack in which I can just pick up the queen like this. So awesome stuff there. Great games against this guy. Played very well. Not saying that I'm any good. I'm just saying I had studied this Max Lang line, and rarely do I get that deep into it before they make a mistake.